So every year I do this thing. It's called Budget and Your Tax. My name is Ming. I'm doing a business offering accounting services. Break it down as business services and taxation, financial planning, superannuation. It sounds quite remote, but I believe it's related to everyone's financial situations. So every year we know in the month of April, the current government will propose some budget, and hopefully it's attractive enough for us to vote them again. The opposition will also say something about the different policies, and then we choose when we pick. After the election, we know, okay, which regulations going to be on the blue plan, so we can follow the trend. This is a perfect timing. After the election, we know what legislation is sure to be predicted, so we can plan our tax position just before the end of financial year, because everybody will finalize their tax situation by the end of June. So something, if you didn't do before 30th of June, it could be too late. Something you don't know, you did it too early, maybe you miss out some benefit from July. So this is a good timing, and I always do this every year, and hopefully it can be helpful for everyone. So my previous seminars probably a bit too long, a bit too complex, so this slide is only 10 slides, including the cover and the Q&A. So it's basically, it's just really not much, and I try to make it simple. I will send out the feedback through email, and you can tell me how you feel. And Aswini will send out that letter probably this afternoon or tomorrow. So I want to talk about 4 topics. One is individual. That's the biggest topic I want to talk today, probably take half of the time. Business is another big section. And I will talk less about super and retirement and government spending and investment. I guess that could be helpful for us, for today's crowd. But of course, business is my main focus. Anyway, some of the audience may work for a bigger corporate. It might not be readily relevant. So I'm only want to serve the crowd today. So if your boss is interested in my services, medium to big size of the business, you're more than welcome to introduce us to. Right, so let's talk about individuals. Overall impression of the current legislation and tax change is that you have less tax to pay, which is very, very happy for me. There is a new tax offset called low to medium income tax offset. It used to be called low income. And the rebate doubled actually for the income between the 48,000 and 90,000 taxable income. It is a non-refundable tax offset, meaning that if you don't have any tax credit to cover it, you don't get extra refund. Years to cover is from 1st of July 2018 for 3 years. And for families with dual income, the tax offset is up to 2,160. So you overall may have an impression, okay, that's sort of good, 2,000, it's nice. I'm looking at that is the taxable income range these governments want to benefit. So if you have a little bit higher or a little bit lower income than that, then you may want to do something with your planning. All right. You don't have to know too much about this sheet. It's basically just the tax rate changes for individuals. This year, 2019, the only difference comparing with 2018 is this figure. It used to be 87, now it's 90. So overall, we moved to lower tax bracket more during several years. So we overall paying less tax. How to benefit? So what I can see from the changes is actually the government want to target the benefit giving provided to the middle taxable income payers. Yeah. So if you just over 90,000 by your estimation, you probably want to bring it down, right? You want to keep it low. But if your income is very low previously, you can feel a little relaxed. You can increase a little bit without paying too much tax. Because I know some taxpayer may come to you just out of blue and say, oh, what happened is that I just sold my investment property. How much tax am I going to pay? So it really depends on your tax level. It really depends on your taxable income. Overall, it gives me the impression that you will pay less tax than before. So maybe it's not that bad. Do a rough calculation, and if you are under 90, it's actually not that bad. Decrease taxable income. Everybody trying to decrease their taxable income. So I propose 3 things. I think 3 things is enough for us to remember. One is concessional superannuation contribution. One is income protection insurance, and one is other work-related deductions, right? And probably donation to charity. Concessional contribution, you can start to contribute to your super from now onwards. Of course, from previous years too, but now we're talking about now today. So you want to talk to your superannuation fund and ask them how much is the concessional contribution for this year so far. Everybody has 25,000 cap every year. So you want to match up that difference if you have extra funds. That is deductible. You can just tell your super fund, I want to contribute to my fund, and then make it a deduction. They will tell you where to find the form, where to fill it in, and then you just transfer the money. But it has to be done and finalized by the 30th of June. So you basically only have probably 3 weeks to do. Don't take it the last day, because it will never be processed successfully. Be aware of the industrial or the retail superannuation fund staff's knowledge level. Sometimes they need extra communication to get to the result that you wanted. If anyone wants to talk to me about that or want to clarify the situation, you're more than welcome to talk to me anytime. Income protection is an insurance for whoever has high income, especially salary, or doing a small business. You want to consider that. I'm a financial planner. I can refer you to an insurance specialist to review your situation. It is tax deductible and also cover your situation when you are sick, injured, by some accident you can't really foresee. It's really helpful for one high income earner for the entire family, or even for yourself. You don't want to fall in a situation that nobody can help you financially just because you're sick of something, not sick of work. All right. Other deduction. Can I know whoever sitting here is doing their own individual tax through my government tax? Nobody? That's okay. So it's also good that I want to bring this up because some of my new clients ask me, can you tell me what is the deduction I can claim? I said, well, what did your previous tax agent tell you? And then they didn't really tell me much. They just asked me, and I just tell them every year is the same. So this is a good timing for you to know before the end of the financial year. So you get the information ready, and probably you want to spend some too. I put this link here, but you can just search ATO's website. It is a breakdown provided by ATO. It's a public information. It's ATO's website, ato.gov.au. And you can just type in the search engine here. That's the search engine up there. You can type in work-related occupation deduction. And then you can click the first, probably the 1 or 2 links, and it take you here. What's the beautiful thing about this is that it listed some specific professionals that are relevant to you, give you some really friendly information, tell you what can claim and what cannot claim. I choose office workers just simply because we work in office. I want to see what I can claim. I see this page every day. I get bored too. It's not very colorful, but I like deductions. I want to reduce my income, right? On the paper, right? Right. So here is a PDF file. It's only one page, and it's colorful. I like it. And you can read very friendly and oh, there's a cat. Looks so cute. So you can claim these, and you can't claim something else. Oh, there's an office. Wow. Oh, there's a taxi. It doesn't take you more than 5 minutes to read, and it's kind of pleasant to read for me. I don't know, maybe not that to you, but just show you an example. I often print these things out to my clients or send this out via email. They will read it amazingly. If I copy and paste the Word document or print straight from the ATO's website, they don't want to read it. It's very good. You can have an idea what you probably be missing claiming. You can ask also according to this information, you can ask your current tax agent, oh, by the way, can I claim this and that? If your say taxable income is 91,000 by your estimation so far, and you think, oh, Ming just mentioned about in the event that that $1,000 is facing a higher tax rate, I want to deduct that 1,000. You want to look at some information like this, or you can see there is a deduction, but I didn't do it. So you may want to spend right now. It may cause confusion for you right now, but when after you read this, you will know, say, a piece of laptop, a kind of travel expense you want to carry out overseas. It will make very much difference if you do it right now and after comparing with you do it in July. It probably save you a couple of $100, right? We know we have heard about this. Unfortunately, I missed out that one because I can't have this first home anymore. But for whoever want to buy their first home, we have been promised by this government that we can save 5% and don't have to pay mortgage insurance anymore. So you can use this. They promised this already. Yeah, I'm not eligible anymore, but yeah. For my curiosity, I checked the first home owners grant in Victoria. We still have $20,000 for the grant for new home built in regional Victoria, but it will expire on the 30th of June 2020. So you only have 1 year to do that if you want to get the first home owners grant in rural area. Other areas that the government is spending, focusing on healthcare, rural infrastructure, transport, Queensland disaster spending, etc. I highlight these two because that may be relevant to your contract market or your potential marketing strategies in the next 1 or 2 years. There's a lot of government funding going on for rural infrastructure and transport. So there will be a lot of work available there. And for whoever is involved doing constructions and transport, you will see something different and booming too. So that's basically it. My last slide is Q&A and survey for 5 questions will be sent later. So Q&A. Anybody has any question? No. I love it. Anybody enjoy the food? Yes. Oh, that's wonderful too. Do you find it helpful today? Anything helpful? Yeah? All right.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
You gave an example of 2 of your clients having an ABN cancelled because all the money was going through the company and they weren't declaring any personal income. Was that right?
Yeah. So under see, company or separate business, they will have their own structure and register their own tax file number and ABN. They lodge their own tax returns. as an individual under my name, I still have an ABN number maybe in some scenario that I want to hold a trademark being borrowed.
I see.
Yeah, I want to hold some maybe a website address.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that belongs to me, right? So if something changes, I still want to hold this intellectual property. In that scenario, yes, that those intellectual property has to be linked to an ABN.
Okay. Yeah.
But I don't have personal sole trader business income to lodge into ATO every year. So after 3 years or even 2 years, ATO say, oh, you don't have any income under the business, so we will cancel your ABN.
Okay. So
If they cancel it, then what to do? I still have a trademark under my ABN. What do I do with that?
So the income was nil, was zero.
Yeah,
Not a lot
yeah.
amount, but zero. Okay.
It's not zero. It's just nothing.
Okay.
It's just nothing. So in that scenario, your ABN will facing this risk of being cancelled.
Okay. All right.
Will be sure to be cancelled. But you can still argue it. It's the easiest way for me to think about is just to charge just $100 income every year, and it will be safe. That's part of your taxable income, but also a tax deduction for your related business anyway. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's the end of the event. Thank you very much for coming. And my office is the one that has the fishbowl. Okay. I was trying to think something symbolic. Yeah. My business card is right here, and you can feel free to grab one. But you're more than welcome to talk to me anytime. I'm happy. Oh, my personal mobile phone is on the card. It never changes, and I can be approached 24/7.
24/7.
I can be approached, but doesn't mean that I will.
You will answer.
Yeah, I'll try my best to answer. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.